Hey, good morning. How's y'all day? Let's talk about this. We talking about this on the air this morning, and I'm just trying to see. I'm online, and I'm looking around. Trying to read some of the comments, and I'm actually shocked that I'm seeing a lot of ladies, promoting violence. I don't know. Some of these tweets and responses are, or whatever, but nothing at all justifies Will walking up, slapping the shit out of somebody while they on stage. Now, if I was Will Smith, and we all different. I'm just saying the way I would have handled this is when he told the joke, I would have got out of my seat, but I would have went to my left or to my right to get backstage. Find out, okay, when the talent come off stage, do they come off stage to this side or this side? Okay, they come out to this side right here. Okay, I would have patiently waited for Chris Rock to come off stage. And when Chris Rock came on stage, I would have been like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I would have took Chris Rock in a small room and I would have asked him, I would have been like, so what's up with that, what you just said about my wife? And I would have at least, because what happens is that would have given Chris Rock the opportunity to make the correction, right? That would have given Chris Rock the opportunity to say, hey, man, I didn't mean any harm. Or, hey, f you, I said what I said. Okay, if he would have went backstage and said, f you, I said what I said, then slap it out of him, if that's what you was going to do. It ain't about, okay, protecting women. How many people in the cemetery for making the wrong decision and doing it the wrong way? How many people are at Zion Memorial Gardens or at Carver Memorial Cemetery for making the wrong decision? You don't know what nobody past is and what somebody done been through for you to be out here putting your hands on somebody. You can't do that. Even if you felt like he crossed the line, is it okay? And I don't care what the emotion is. I don't care what about the past anger or he mad about other shit or whatever. What if Chris Rock would have hit him back or kicked his ass or pulled out a gun and shot his ass? What if? Well, and I'm watching people tweet like, stand up for black women. So it's a lot of single black women out here because their spouse is in the cemetery or whatever for not walking away or making a bad decision.
Fair use, commentary, fair use. Okay, so you heard what Rickey Smiley had to say about this whole situation, and he actually makes some really good points here. Now, I know in my other video, I was saying that I'm glad Will Smith actually showed this side of himself, and I still am. I'm still glad that he stood up for himself and he showed that you can only jerk me around for so long before I get upset, and then I'm going to show myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show that I'm a man and you can't disrespect me. It was unfortunate that it was Chris Rock that happened to, because nobody wants to promote violence. Nobody actually wants to see violence. But as much as Will Smith has been getting dragged, it was good to actually see him stand up for himself for once. Because I really don't think that had anything to do with Jada. I think that was all something that Will Smith was going through. I don't think it had anything to do with Jada. As we've seen now, videos have come out that she was actually laughing about this whole situation. But Rickey Smiley actually makes a great point, because after Will did what he did, there was a bunch of people coming out saying, oh man, it's so great to see a black man protect a black woman. Would you protect your wife the same way Will did? This is what protecting black women looks like. But Rickey Smiley actually makes a really good point here. that there are a lot of guys who are in the cemetery right now for actually doing something like this. And it does make sense. It does make sense that he would, think about something like that, because where he's from, and he's been a victim of gun violence himself. So I'm sure he's seen a lot of that stuff. A lot of us have seen that. A lot of us have seen women in situations and they say, hold on, do I need to call somebody? Or hold on, let me call my brother, let me call my boyfriend, let me call my husband. And then they come up there and they either take somebody's life or they lose their life. Okay, we've seen this before. And what Rickey Smiley is saying is there's a way to do this. I think there's a bigger question that should be asked, and that is, what does protecting black women actually look like? That is a question that we have to ask, because does that always mean violence? Because if in their mind, the women's mind, if that's what it means to them in their mind, if you just use your words or you go a different way of protecting her and she wanted you to get violent and you don't do that, well then now you have another problem on your hand. Now she don't respect you because she was hoping that you would come there and lay the paws on somebody. What does protecting black women actually look like? Because Rickey Smiley is 100% right. If you went up there and you put your hands on somebody and you slap somebody and they pull out a gun and they handle it that way, well, who can be mad at them for them responding that way to your slap? You gotta keep your hands off of people. You gotta think before you act, because out here that type of stuff happens all the time. It does. Guys lose their life real easy over women. Like, that's one of the two main reasons why dudes lose their life and their freedom is over their ego and their woman. So you got to start thinking that all the stuff that Jada has said and done to Will, was it warranted for him to do that? Is she worth him risking his life for? Because he definitely risked his career. Is she worth that? Because you have to ask yourself, if you're going to go out and you're going to fight for your woman, you got to ask yourself, is she worth you losing your life for and your freedom for? You got to ask yourself, is she willing to put you in that situation? As we know that Jada really don't care too much about Will too much. She will embarrass him, emasculate him, do all of that type of stuff. Will the woman that you want to protect, will she put you in a situation where you could potentially lose your life or your freedom? Rickey Smiley makes an excellent point. He makes a very critical point when it comes to Will Smith's situation at the Oscars. That is the truth. That is an excellent question to ask. Are you willing to risk your life and your freedom for this woman that you with? And will she put you in them situations? Because there's a lot of women out here who act as if a man is just like a pit bull and she could just sick him on anybody. That's the reason why they love the Pookies and the Ray Rays, because they know a Pookie and Ray Ray will throw his life away for nothing. They'll throw their life away for nothing. They freedom away for nothing. So that's the reason why they like to be around him so much, because she knows she could call Pookie, she could call Ray Ray, and here he come over there and he gonna do the most. He gonna do the most for her. And then once he either die or go to prison, then she's on to the next Pookie and Ray Ray, waiting for him to do the same thing, because she's out here because she likes them type of dude. Because she look at him like he's physically strong but mentally weak. He can be thrown in the fire at any time. He'll jump out the window for her at any time. He'll go out there and do that to save her, even though she's ain't the type of woman that you should be saving. She's not a respectable woman who deserves any type of protection. But Pookie and Ray Ray don't care, because she's out here giving him some of that used box. You see what I'm saying? Physically strong but mentally weak. But Rickey Smiley made an excellent point that, you can't just be out here putting your hands on people, because there's consequences for that. Newton's third law: for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, and that reaction might actually cost you your life because the action that you took. And that's not what you want to do, man. Nah, that ain't what you want to do. You want to make it home to your kids. You want to keep your freedom. So in order to do that, you got to think your way through situations, man. You can't get emotional like Will. Even though it was good to see Will actually stand up for himself, actually, instead of just taking all of the disrespect. But you got to think, like he even said, hey, pull him to the back, and if you wanted to do that, do it backstage, because he did mess up a lot of stuff for not only himself, for a lot of different people, and that ain't cool, man. That's not cool. So you got to think before you act, guys, or you just might get slapped slap off of that pedestal you've been on for a long time. And that's all I want to say about that. It's that guy, Big Soji, Not Useless Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notification, and we out.